Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at each life path number, the forecast for the new moon that's occurring on December 12th, 2023. Before we get into the forecast, I just want to mention that this is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading for your own personal numerology, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. I would love to work with you. This is also a great time to get your year ahead forecast and your diamond forecast for 2024. If you haven't done that yet, you can head on over to my website, book some time with me. I'd love to take a look. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. Life Path 22-4. So you all are going to be working with the energy of the 8 around this new moon, and you're going to be working with Fox energy. So I love this. This new moon, of course, usually indicates like new starts, new inspirations, new ideas, setting new intentions, being assertive, taking action. And then you're working with the energy of the 8, which again, your core life path number is 4. 4 and 8 energy work together so beautifully, especially when it comes to achievement and working towards something, because the 4 focuses on the details and the solution, and the 8 has the bigger vision and how to get there. So when we're working with 8 energy as 4s, this is about manifestation. This is about bringing something into the tangible reality that's a bigger vision, that's some kind of a greater resource. And we've got the tools to do it. So what comes into focus with this energy and around this new moon are the areas of career, power, status, authority, having the authority over your own life, having the authority over, a project or something like that, where you are the expert and you are sharing that expertise. This is absolutely a period where your expertise will be called into question potentially, and where you're going to be asked to showcase it, where if you're putting yourself out there as the expert as something, you're going to have to probably back it up at this time. But what's beautiful about this is if you can back it up, this has the potential to catapult you forward in a big way. So I love this when it comes to, again, career, power, status, influence, resources, authority, and expertise. If you're feeling like you're not quite there yet with being the expert at something, this can be a great time to sort of, focus on what it is that you need to get you there. It's not uncommon for 22-4s to have a lot of self-doubt and to feel like, they're not ready type thing, when actually they are ready. And what I would say is if the opportunity presents itself to you, you are ready. You just have to overcome whatever fear or self-doubt is keeping you from stepping into and saying yes to that opportunity. So around this time, when you're working with this 8 energy, I would say pay very close attention to the opportunities that present at this time, and it could be as simple as an idea. If it presents, it's because you're ready. So if you're telling yourself you're not, then again, you're trying to sort of evade that opportunity when really it's showing up because you are ready. So this, again, you have the opportunity at this time to make great strides when it comes to those more physical areas of life, right? Money, power, status, influence, etc. Of course, it depends on what you do with it, right? You will likely be called into some kind of leadership role at this time. And so your job is to lead alongside of others or lead by example, right? Not necessarily become a dictator. And so I think that, this 8 energy is going to be pushing you to say yes to those things that will allow you to step into those leadership roles, to step into that space of authority. You could also see, of course, some kind of change with income or finances, you could see some power struggles come up around this time and that you'll have to deal with and move through and figure out how to mitigate, right? Again, expertise is a big one. This is a big one that's coming in around this new moon. So it could be that you're being called to become the expert at something new. And that can sometimes be a very humbling experience, right? Where you're starting something new and you're starting from scratch. You're starting from zero, basically. That can be a very humbling experience, but it can be a very powerful experience. And so if something comes in for you where you're like, I really want to learn whatever, I don't know. I want to learn to play an instrument. I don't know. Follow that feeling, right? Because there's something there, and just even if it's not going to turn into anything, even if you're not going to do anything with it. Let's say you want to learn to play the piano. Even if you're not going to become a pianist, right? It's like you at least will experience again what it feels like to be new at something, to be starting from zero. And that can be a very humbling experience and a very powerful one. And so I would say yes to it, because what that can teach you, not just about learning the piano, but the process of starting from scratch and being, seeing something with fresh new eyes and being the student. Can really be humbling and can really open you up to a lot when it comes to working with others, sharing ideas, collaboration, et cetera, et cetera. And we are, essentially eternal students, right, in life. So it could be a great opportunity for that as well. And it will aid in whatever it is that you're trying to build or create. Could also be a time where you are signing some kind of legal agreement at this time. Marriage, divorce, some kind of settlement, some kind of inheritance could come through at this time for you to move through. With that, I would also say make sure that you are getting a professional to take a look at the documents just to make sure that you're being taken into consideration, right? Like that you are your best. Your interest is also being taken into account and you're not being taken advantage of. I think that's important as well. What's interesting with Fox energy is there's definitely something here about passion and leadership, but also a cheekiness. There's like this jovialness or this like not taking it so serious type of energy. So the 8 and the 4 coming together, right? 22-4 and the energy of the 8 that you're going to be working with is sometimes very serious, big energy. And so with Fox energy coming through, I love it because it's just reminding you that, we can find levity in any situation. And so, we don't have to take things too seriously. We don't have to be so rigid. We don't have to try to control every piece of the puzzle. Because really when we do that, we restrict what's trying to come in. So I do think that, you could have a bigger vision come in for you at this time. And you could start that planning process of how you want to achieve that greater vision. But Fox energy is reminding you to, follow your passion, be the leader in that, but also have fun, be a little cheeky. Don't take things quite so serious. Think outside the box. Don't be afraid to see a different perspective and then try something new, especially if it's like wildly outside of your comfort zone, because that's where you're going to get the biggest results, honestly. Don't be afraid to take a risk at this time for sure. And, don't be too tied to the outcome of that risk, right? Especially if it's not high stakes. So yeah, big energy 22s. So I hope it's a great one. Don't forget to find the fun in it though also, right? All right. I hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now.